Hey there, it's me, Robo, and today we'll be playing Castlevania Anniversary Collection, more specifically, Castlevania Bloodline. And as usual, the gimmick being that if I die in the video, I will have to end the video immediately. But until then, we'll be answering all your questions from you guys, the audience. And today, I'm joined by a very special guest. You guys may recognize him from a lot of fighting game videos on your timeline, but here we have RDE himself, aka the guy who won that one EVO award guy. Yeah.
I think you got the wrong guy.
Oh, that's crazy. I just found some random dude off the streets. I assumed...
Yeah, they said this to the wrong. They said this to the wrong person, so I've just got this laying around in my room now.
Oh, I think you robbed that from the guy. I think you should give it back. Actually, I don't think that's nice of you. I think it belongs to someone else.
He can take it if he wants it.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started, because... Okay, quick question that's unrelated. Why did you... I know you said you love Bloodlines, like you shield this game a lot, but why this game of all games, if you have to say why?
Visual identity, music, and the game just feels clean.
Fair enough, okay.
It's probably, like, one of the classic Vanias that have the least friction to get into. It just feels smooth, looks good, and sounds good.
Fair enough. Okay.
That's what puts it up there with Super Castlevania 4 and Rondo of Blood, because those three they hit the same check marks of like a just straight up a good experience.
Fair enough.
I just happen to have a slight bias towards Bloodlines.
All right, fair. It looks gorgeous. I've always admired the Castlevania pixel art, so this is nice that I actually get to play it now. Okay, so why don't you go ahead and spin that wheel? Let's read our first question while we wait for this cutscene.
Alright, let's get the first.
Yeah. Very curious. Okay, there is people outside of my apartment being very loud. I'm so sorry if y'all can hear that. That's very annoying.
Alright, first question from @GrabGrimpKit.
Okay.
It would be, when did you start getting into fighting games, and how could I help get others into better?
Okay, that is an awesome question. Actually, how about you go ahead and answer this one first, while I flail around trying to start the game. There we go. Okay.
Well, me, my journey with fighting games, my first exposure, which was like probably before I gained sentience, because my parents, they played a shit ton of games. So they had this like plug and play for Street Fighter 2 laying around, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. But the thing is, I kind of forgot about it. I think you might have to press like the dedicated start button. I forget what that is.
I'm trying to. My controller is not working. I've been trying to press start and it's not computing. Is it not controller friendly? What the hell's happening?
Does that have to do with Steam being enough Lando?
Hold on, let me see. Okay, hold on. So hypothetically, all right, I know this is kind of a dumb question, but this is an arcade game, correct? Or am I wrong about that?
This is the Sega Genesis game.
Sega Genesis? Okay, is it it's connected to my fight stick. That's why. God damn it. Okay, I have to connect it to my Xbox controller. Give me a second. Okay, we're
continuing.
Connected. Right, go ahead though. Keep going. Sorry, I basically ruined the video now.
Question: How did we start getting into fighting games, and how can we get others better? So yeah, when I got back into them properly, it was like what, 2014, 2015. It was a Smash 4 era for me. I was a competitive Smash player before a competitive fighting game player or a fighting game enthusiast. But it was my Smash team that showed me traditional fighting games. I was at the local. They showed me fucking Melty, Exard, BlazBlue, and I'm like, damn, these games feel kind of good. These games are kind of sick. They let you feel cool. I kind of rock with this. And then everything went downhill since, and here I am.
Fair enough. So
how about you?
What was your... Well, for me, my journey with fighting games is a little bit weird, because my first fighting game experience was with my father, actually. He took me to an old arcade that he used to play at when he was younger, and he introduced me to Street Fighter 2 Turbo. And a little bit of our Robomori lore here. My dad was one of the OG guys from Street Fighter 2 days. So he showed me the bits. I had no idea what a Shoryuken was. He was trying to show me all the inputs. I fucked up every single input, as you could imagine. But it was very adorable because he was like, yeah, this is all the stuff that you can do. And I'm like, oh, that's actually kind of cool. Fast forward 5 years, I get into college, and I had absolutely nothing better to do because I was still suffering from senioritis from high school. And I think what happened was I ended up playing with my... Okay, here we go, the controls. I played with my roommate a little bit. Smash Brothers. We played a lot of Smash Brothers together because we were both gamers in that regard. And I got introduced to Kazuya Mishima because I thought he was the coolest motherfucker ever. I just saw my friend, my brother actually spam the 10-hit with the Tekken 7 costume, and I immediately fell in love. I had no idea who he was at the time, but I immediately realized that I had to play this character. So I got to Tekken 7 because I saw it was in a bundle sale. I got that along with Yakuza 0. Ouch, that hurt. And needless to say, getting both Yakuza 0 and Tekken 7 at the same time was one of the best impulse buys I've ever had in my life, because Yakuza 0 ended up being like one of my favorite games ever, and Tekken 7 got me into the addiction of trying out fighting games, and it led me down a downward spiral. So if I were to answer the question for anyone, I would say that find a character that you think is cool. Smash Brothers is obviously a very accessible way to get introduced to fighting games, because Sakurai kind of made Smash Brothers with that mindset in mind. But I guess a good way to say that's a pause button. Can I not climb up these stairs?
Oh, hold up. You have to hold up.
Oh, interesting. I see. Thank you.
Sometimes you can jump onto them at an angle, but it's not as strict as some of the old games. But you still have to pay attention to where you're jumping.
I see. Okay. But yeah, I would say that definitely try to find what is the hell is that thing? Try to find something that you're into. Find a character that I think appeals to you in a fighting game. Maybe you saw Street Fighter 6 is on sale, or you enjoy Tekken a lot, or you think that the appeal of Guilty Gear looks cool. Just get into something that looks cool to you, and then just kind of go with the flow from there. I think that's honestly what I would recommend. Can I not go through?
Yeah. That's likely, yeah, that's pretty much what I was going to say on my end of the second half of the question, where it's like, how could you help others get into it? It's like, the biggest thing, well, what works most of the time is on a person-to-person basis. Because if you have a friend and you can show them a character, it's like, this will fucking get them in. That's usually the easiest way to at least get someone to dip their toes in. But if you know what kind of, like, gameplay or feel they like, I mean, the genre now, we're spoiled for feel. If you want something fast, you play an anime game. You want something slow, play Street Fighter. It's like, surely there's like something. There's something for everyone, pretty much. It's just getting them to find it is the biggest thing. So you kind of need a read on who you're trying to convince as well.
Right.
Yeah, you have to play the person to person. You have to play the convincement matchup. That's what you have to do.
100%. I think in-person fighting games is like kind of peak fighting games for a lot of people. It's like, as much as online has definitely improved for a lot of people, like there's very few experiences that can like really replace the joy of just fighting with somebody on your couch and just having a good time, just mashing buttons, not knowing what you're doing, right?
Oh yeah.
Very fun, very fun. Oh, so jumping off the stairs gets you off. Ow, that hurt. There we go. Dive. Yeah, okay, right, yeah. Definitely find something that's cool. Definitely find a friend that, if you can try to find one, that may also be interested in playing fighting games with you, and that will carry you for a very long time. I know a lot of people who have experienced something similar where they just find somebody to play with, that's your rival / fun match buttons with, and that's how it goes. Yeah. Alright, go ahead and read us the next one. Let's see what else we got.
Perfect, I was just about to ask.
Yeah. Cool, first boss.
Oh, good luck.
Yep, thank you. Alright, what's the next one say for us?
Oh, our second question from Elite_Jolly on Twitter. Do you think you'll ever invite Goku Black or Super Perfect Cell to the podcast as guests?
Due to the conventions of the literal fictional barrier between those characters, I don't think I can. But if I'm able to find somebody that can replicate those voices, maybe that's about as close as I can get it. But that's probably as close as I can do.